Good morning, children. This is A. Manoj Kumar, working in Oxford High School, Pugunduru. We have been discussing about handicrafts and handlooms. Okay, na? So, last class, what I explained you regarding urban slums, I explained you. Urban slums, especially people like Polaya, up to some extent, some years, he lived in a small town, small village. After that, he went to town, Ongolu town. Then he is living in slum areas. Okay, na? You know very well regarding slum area. So these slum area not recognized by the government. They are not getting any kind of proper facilities. They don't have any kind of identity proofs, identity cards in that slum area. That means so in slum areas government won't provide any kind of facility altogether. So how they are living in slum area? By using the bamboo sticks and tarpaulin. So they are making a small tents. Always these tents are leaking whenever floods, whenever rains are coming. These tents will be flooded. Such a difficult situations they have been living in the slum areas. Sometimes then government should give instructions to evict from that place. By that time they have to vacate that place. Such a difficult conditions in slum areas. That to be another point is these slum area, in the slum areas then mosquitoes and other kind of diseases are spreading. Okay, na? So mosquitoes are breeding. Then some diseases are occurring in the slum area. That means these people are defected by the diseases, affected by the diseases. That is all about the slum area. So already last class I explained you. Here see urban slum. Urban slum means suppose Ongolu is comes under urban area. Polaya lives in slum which does not have proper drainage. Okay, na? It is not having proper drainage system. If suppose your area having proper drainage system, then so it won't be diseases won't be spread. Okay, na? So every city, every town should have a proper drainage system. Why? Then wastage will come out. It will create lot of bad smell. Okay, na? So it may cause damage to the health. See, Polaya lives in a in a slum area which does not have proper drainage. So it emits foul smell. Foul smell in the sense bad smell. Okay, na? And breeds mosquitoes and flies. Basket makers, especially people of Irukula community. In India, we have different kind of tribes. If you go different states, different states, tribal people. That means different tribal people are living. Different tribes of people are living. Okay, now they are following different traditions. They are following different works. Traditional works they are adopting and they are following up their traditional work. If you see Irukula community, especially women are going to village by village, then they are shouting Iruka Chabutanu, like that they are shouting. Okay, na? They are saying fortunes. Okay, so what will happen in the next year? So fortunes they are saying. Who? Irukula tribe, especially women. If you see Irukula tribe, those people are speaking different kind of language. In that language, so they are adding Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam. Okay, na? Telugu, Kannada, Tamil. These words they are adding and they are speaking so their different language. Okay, see here, basket makers. People of Irukula tribe are usually involved in basket making and live in different parts of Andhra Pradesh. In different areas they are living. Okay, na? They are called Yerukala after their women's traditional profession of fortune telling. Fortune telling. What will happen in the next future? They will say. That is fortune telling. Yeruka Chabuta, Sodi Chabuta in Telugu. Okay, na? You ask your mother or father, they will tell regarding Yerukala tribe. Sodi, regarding Sodi, they will explain you. Ask your mother or grandparents, they will tell you. People of this tribe speak Yerukala Bhasha, words from Telugu, Tamil and Kannada. Remember this one, Telugu, Tamil and Kannada. Telugu, Tamil and Kannada. So by using those three languages words, they are speaking a different kind of language. Who? The Yerukala community. Do you understand? So remember that one. So in the part 2 regarding handloom weavers in Dharmavaram, that topic given, now I am going to explain about this topic, handloom weavers in Dharmavaram. So if you go Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or Tamil Nadu, these handlooms weaving is very 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 famous. Okay na? Especially in Chirala surroundings and our Amaravati area surroundings, these handloom weaving is very famous. People, so many people's profession is handloom weaving. You tell me where Anantapuram district is located. As in Rayalaseema districts, it is one of the district. It is the largest district in the Andhra Pradesh, Anantapur district. In Anantapur district, Dharmavaram is located. If I say Dharmavaram, everybody remembered. So Dharmavaram is very famous for weaving sarees. Okay, na? Dharmavaram sarees are very famous all over the world. Not only Andhra Pradesh, not only India. So all over the world, Dharmavaram sarees are very famous. Okay, na? See what I written here. It is located in Anantapur district in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Which one? Dharmavaram. Dharmavaram sarees are traditionally woven in the interlocked weft technology. By using that technology, they are weaving the sarees. Interlocked weft technology. What is this interlocked weft technology? It is a one kind of technology they adapted to weave the sarees. Just now I told you they are applying interlocked weft technology and weaving the sarees. Okay na? If you see sarees, then sarees having different designs. According to the needs of the customers, they are designing. That means they are applying different designs. So they are making different kinds of sarees. See, the designs are decided by the designer according to the market demand. Okay, na? Generally designers, they are designing the sarees. How they are designing the sarees? According to the demand in the market. Okay, na? So if you go to the market, then they are saying this is this heroine saree recently they used in this cinema, like that they are saying, isn't it or not? Such a way, designers according to the demand, they are designing the sarees. The additional design can be added to silk saree using kundans, chamkis and stones, and also opposite colors. So while designing the saree, in between they are using the kundans and chamkis and stones. Okay na? Then additional attraction will come if they apply such a things. Which one? Kundans, chamkis and stones. You know very well regarding the chamkis and stones. Depending on the elaboration of the saree design, the cost varies. Okay na? Then design, if they added these chamkis, kundans and stones, then they are applied different designs. By that time saree cost is very high. Okay na? So based on the design, saree cost is different. Okay na? Isn't it or not? Varies means different. Saree cost is different. Recently Dharmavaram saree received the patent right. Okay na? Recently Dharmavaram sarees received the patent right. Patent right means especially these sarees made in the Dharmavaram only. No one could not follow the designs made in Dharmavaram. Okay na? So they are eligible to make Dharmavaram sarees. Who? Dharmavaram people. Okay na? Then see, the weavers would not produce the raw material required for manufacturing sarees such as silk yarn, colors and jari. Okay na? So the weavers are not producing such a things. Who are producing such things, such raw materials? So these raw materials they are purchasing from the market. Okay na? So farmers are producing raw materials to weavers. Okay na? So these weavers are going and purchasing in the market. Which one they are purchasing? Raw materials. Remember that one. Okay. Then silk yarn, colors and jari. These are purchasing in the market. Farmers grow silkworms to produce cocoons on mulberry leaves. You know very well in the science. Okay, na? These farmers are grow silkworms to produce cocoons. Silkworms are producing the cocoons on mulberry leaves from which silk yarn is made. This is raw material. This raw material is produced by the farmers. Remember that one. Then silk yarn is obtained from cocoon in reeling centers. This silk yarn is locally called kacha pattu. Very very important. This okay na, silk yarn is locally known as kacha pattu. Then from Surat they are purchasing the jari. Surat merchants selling jari to these people. These people purchasing it. Okay na? Such a way activities are go on. Okay, this is part 2 introduction I explained you. Okay na? So up to now what we discussed. So if you go Dharmavaram, which is in Anantapur district, so they are making different designs. They are adding stones, then chamkis, then kundans. So according to the design and beauty of the sari, cost is different. Some sari cost is high, some saris cost is low. Such a way they fixed the cost. Recently Dharmavaram saris got patent right. Then these weavers are getting raw materials from the market. They are not preparing their own, so they are going out, that means going to the market and purchasing these raw materials. Then farmers are producing these raw materials in their fields, that also I explained you. Okay na? So they are purchasing jari from which merchants? Surat merchants are selling it. Such a things we discussed. So open textbook, then in your textbook information given, once go through, so your textbook also. Okay na? In the next session I will come with another topic. Do you understand?